show it being used in some form or fashion. Oh, like he got to write something in a show too. He's getting around in the Sonic franchise. So I kind of wonder, um, if you did get to write for a game, like what kind of what would that kind of look like?
Uh, it would not be what everyone thinks it would be. Um, I see a lot of it online, and I greatly appreciate the vote of confidence. Um, but what folks need to understand is if I were to be picked up in that kind of capacity, it would be Sega's story. They would be saying, here's the game story. You write the script. You put your spin on it, so to speak. And whatever I would do would have to be to their specifications. It wouldn't be any different than the comic. If anything, it would be even more scrutinized. Like with the comic, they've given us a lot of creative leeway, to be fair. And it has to still feel like it's on brand for a satellite property. But if I were to be writing a game, it would have to be that is the brand. That is Sonic. So it would have to meet all of Sega Japan and Sega of America's desires.
That's why the Sanemi thing made me think of it, because you still have to follow what they want for the characters, and kind of what's been going around the internet lately is revolving Shadow and other characters with like mandates and stuff, that where you get to write the stories, but you still have to do it under certain guidelines and restrictions and stuff. And I imagine the same, like you were saying, is for the games as well, that they would basically have they would be the ones controlling the general direction of the characters in the series, and you would just have to write what they need for that chapter, basically, right?
Yeah. It's not like I can go to Sega and say, hey, I have a great idea for a game story. Here, you do all the funding and all the production and everything else. Let me just throw an idea at you, and then you pay me to write it. That's not going to happen. I mean, I'm living the dream, sure, but there's a difference between dreams and fantasy.
So it's almost better for you writing the comics, and if you get more freedom that way, because then you really get to share more of your ideas.
It would leave more room for creative exploration, because never mind that Sega would be providing whatever premise it is. Writing for a game the writing has to be part of the game. It has to contribute to the game structure. It has to follow whatever the gameplay is. It has to facilitate the player's experience. With a comic, you're just telling the story. That is the medium. People are coming for the story, and that is what they are consuming. With a game, the story is just an element of it. The gameplay is the core. So whatever the writing is, it has to be in concert with that. And that is a whole other level of consideration that would have to be taken into account.